Okay, now we're live. Now we're live. We're back here. We've got Scott Golden on my right, Jean Ann Stasny right there. How we doing? Then Lance is here with us also too. We've got a great setup coming up. We've got balls coming all over the place. We've got all sorts of action right there. Jean Ann, tell us about this tournament. You want to make a nice.
We're so excited. We're fixing to see one of the premier matches of the tournament. Our Texas's own Adam Stone with Sarah Ansboury, one of the top players in the world, taking on Matt Wright and Lucy KOVALOVA, who most people believe to be the very best mixed doubles players in the world.
Wow, we're in for a treat. Here's the first point. Get to the action.
Ooh, right out of the gate, we see him firing the ball across.
Yeah, Lucy and Matt have a distinct style to their game. It's a very different style than Sarah and Adam. So we're going to see which style can dominate the momentum and the control of the net. So.
Scott, do you see Adam and Sarah being more of the power team versus the finesse team of Matt and Lucy?
I think they're going to show more finesse, but you saw right there, Sarah early right there tried to push the ball right into Matt's body. So, you know, she's going to be aggressive when she needs to be. She's got great hands, obviously. Adam Stone is a guy who I absolutely love to watch. The guy is a gamer. He's very gritty on the court. He makes fantastic decisions. I think what we're going to see here is Matt and Lucy not change their game plan of what got them to this match, which is they like to overpower teams. They like to bring the pace, put the pressure on their opponents, and make them make a mistake first by either popping the ball up and then they can close that out and put the ball away. But, you know, Matt's presence in the orange shirt, Matt Wright, is such a strong presence on the court that it's really difficult to get anything by him. I mean, he's just such a wall over there, and the way I got to play a couple points with him yesterday just in some pickup games, and I was actually fortunate enough to be on his team. And just watching how Matt moves the ball around, if you watch from a camera or even us from this viewpoint, it's tough to see how good the shots are. But, guys, I'm telling you, he moves that ball around so well.
So we just saw Sarah hit a great shot to the feet. Scott is exactly right. Lucy and Matt have tons of power, and that is their game overall. However, as you can see right here, they have amazing ability to soften it up as well and move people around. They're very unpredictable. They have a lot of options they can go to, which I think is what makes them so powerful. There
Absolutely.
You go. There's a perfect example of them moving them around the court, making some room, and then bringing on the power.
Absolutely. And, guys, last game when we saw them in the semifinals, Matt Laz was standing there with me, and what he said about Matt Wright was he's like a pitcher who knows how he's going to strike you out before he actually throws the first pitch. And what he means is he's already decided 3 or 4 shots ahead of what he's trying to do. And Adam Stone did a great job right there of playing that defensive ball back over, but then Matt went right back to where Adam moved away from. So he's just a really high-level thinker there.
All right, let's take a look at some of the action. There was an ATP by Adam Stone.
Nice play by Adam.
You do that all the time too, Jean Ann, don't you? I've seen you do that several times when we're out on the court.
Sleep.
Oh.
And my dreams.
She taught Adam that shot.
Right, the master.
So, Craig, anytime, these are great tennis players, all of them. And so obviously you can try to chime in and see.
Oh no,
let us know how.
I'm letting you guys go.
Know,
You're great at this.
We'd like to have your feedback as well, sir, because you know tennis players are outstanding pickleball players.
Absolutely. No, I'll chime in here in a second. You all are doing a great job. I'll throw in a few comments.
Let's see who we got on Facebook here. Brian Land. Scott, you got.
Nice little dink shot from Adam.
Yep.
Keeping it down low in the kitchen. That's one thing different from tennis players. We want to close that net off, typically speaking. The great equalizer is the no volley zone or the kitchen. Nice movement there from Sarah. Coming forward hard, yep. Down low, controlled the paddle really well.
Yeah, you know, Sarah Ansboury is just so technically sound. She rarely makes mistakes. She's one of the best I've seen at just executing a good game plan. She stays on point with what she's doing. You'll never really see her get too rattled. She doesn't get too up or too down. Those are the things that make a champion in this sport, or really any sport. But with pickleball, it's a game of runs. And so you can, if you let your emotions get to you, you can let a game get away from you really quickly. And I think that's why Sarah's in every game. She's at the highest level for a reason. She's definitely not intimidated by the power of Matt and Lucy. Neither is Adam. And I think that's why we're seeing this matchup here in the finals of the winners bracket.
4 champions out there. Sarah doesn't ever get off balance either. She's all about balance. And
oh, definitely.
It's hard to wrong foot Sarah Ansboury.
For sure.
That being said, there's nothing to take away from the power and versatility. Lucy has such power. People always talk about her power, but you watch her. She can dink with the best of them. She can ATP, as you just saw.
But that was great defense, too, by Adam on that around the post. And, they didn't end up getting that point, but, that's great defense by Adam and Sarah Ansboury right there to keep that ball alive for as long as they did.
Really good pickleball.
How about that, Lance?
It's amazing to me they can take a waist level shot and drive it, or a ball that's below the net.
Below the net,
and
right.
drive that ball.
Yeah, that's where they're the most comfortable, it seems like.
Right.
Try to pick up the score here in a second. There's a lot of noise in here. This is a great venue, but there's a lot of noise.
There is. There is a lot of noise.
A lot of good noise. It's crowded.
You almost wish that the referees had some kind of microphone too that we could hear.
Yeah, we'll get that next year. That's a great ad
for the second annual. This is the first annual.
Yeah, if you guys weren't able to come out this year, and we had a record number for our inaugural event. We beat our stretch goal even for players.
Over 300 players, right? Right, 320.
That's incredible. Yeah. That's incredible for a first-year tournament.
We want to have a lot more. We have 5 foreign countries committed to coming next year already.
5
foreign countries. Yep.
Really?
But
that's amazing.
I think that if you haven't come to a pickleball tournament and seen the best in the world compete, there's nothing like watching it live. I mean, we've got it here for you because we wanted to include those that couldn't make it, but there's nothing like seeing this live.
So, what are some of the comments? Any comments on the Facebook wall that we could, somebody asking any questions?
Hey, they're from rainy North Carolina. Well, it's raining here too, Peter, but we're hanging in there.
That's why we're indoors. Yesterday was almost a complete washout by about 4:30 in the afternoon. Those who were around in the Coppell area, we were in and out. We were 4 times, I think, we started and stopped the broadcast, and then finally at about 4:30, you had to make an executive decision to go Plan B, which is here at Lifetime Plano, which is not a bad place.
That's not a bad place.
Really, really proud of the team. We actually had meetings ahead of time where we already had our Plan B figured out, and I let them know that it was absolutely critical that if we had to pull that trigger, and it definitely needed to be something we did quickly. So I was real proud of this team, the executive team, and all the volunteers of the Texas Open and pickleballtournaments.com worked together to make sure we didn't miss a beat. And we've set up
not one, maybe half an hour, but you had a second team coming over when the first team was still staying there. You had the other team coming over, setting up, doing lines, and then all of a sudden you were back up and running by about 7 o'clock last night?
Yeah, that's right.
And stayed till about 1, something like that?
Right, yep, and we're ready today. We're back in action. So look at that amazing work right there. Look at this, such beautiful touch with these dinks.
Quick score update. It's 8-4. Matt and Lucy have the lead in game 1.
Thank you, Scott.
Yes, sir.
You must have those great eagle ears.
Well, I've actually recruited a team of people over here to my right to help us stay on track.
Got some volunteers.
Yes, sir.
More volunteer work. Right.
And actually, while we're talking about teamwork, look at the teamwork of these teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all about chemistry. I mean, Matt and Lucy, they are prime examples of what a pickleball team should be. If Lucy or Matt is struggling, you never see them get down on each other. They're always supportive, and they recover well from their low spots because they have such great chemistry.
There's no question. And one thing, outside of the fact that Matt and Lucy are just high-level D1 college tennis players and amazing pickleball players, is the fact that you don't see them partnering with anybody else besides each other. And the reason I bring that up is because it's fairly rare to have a pickleball team that only plays exclusively with each other. The norm for pickleball tournaments is that you go to an out-of-state tournament, you're going to pick up a local partner from that area, or you're going to call a bunch of different people and find somebody that can come. So it's really a special thing to see Matt and Lucy at these tournaments, and you never see them with anybody else. And
it's tough. It's tough in the pickleball world to keep the same partner.
It is, and it's really just the norm. It's not anything out of the ordinary, but I think it's just really when they play that much together, guys, the court chemistry is so good. They know what they're going to do. They know what the game plan is, and it makes it a lot easier to execute the game plan.
Oh, that's tough right there.
Nice
Adam
point.
did some amazing defense, and so did Sarah. And I thought they were going to pull it back out, but unfortunately we lost it right there. But they had some amazing defense in the middle of that play.
Absolutely. We're going to see a lot of good points in this game, guys. And one thing I always like to mention, when you have two high-level teams like this and they're filling each other out in game one, in the game two and maybe even a possible game three, the shots are going to get better. They're going to get better rallies, better points. And so we're going to see the games get better and better as they go along here.
Feeling each other out right here.
That's right.
Nice little dink work. Nice soft hands.
Oh, wow. That was impressive by
awesome.
Lucy.
Very nice.
That's the first time today
job,
I've seen Lucy really get just animated and excited like that. She was really excited when she hit that around the post.
Yeah, I love her passion. She and Sarah both, they have amazing passion.
Absolutely.
In the game. It's exciting. They're exciting to watch.
No question. This is the matchup that everybody was looking forward to. I think, this is a matchup we might even see again because this is only the winner's bracket finals. So if the loser of this will drop down and still have a chance to play for at least third place.
Come back up.
And then if they win that bronze medal match, they'll have a chance to come back and double dip in the gold medal match. So.
All right, what's the score?
That's a long way to go.
Absolutely, it
Coming
is.
back through that bronze medal match to have to come back in the gold medal match and beat them 2 out of 3 and game to 15.
No question. It's an uphill battle, but okay, so there's game one.
Okay.
So I think it was
Lucy and
10,
Matt
I believe it was 10-6. Now, I could be wrong. It could be 10-5, 10-6.
Lucy and Matt win the first one. Going to do 2 out of 3, so we're going to re-rack other side. So it should be, it was really close. It wasn't like it was really, Adam and Sarah were really out of it, but just a couple of shots here and there.
Absolutely.
And that's the difference in this level of pickleball.
And
You can pick 2, maybe 3 points out of a game. That was the difference.
Absolutely. And what we'll see from Sarah and Adam is I think we're going to come out and we're going to see them get a slightly different game plan. Maybe they don't let Matt get quite as involved in game two. Lucy's a phenomenal player, so it's not about – it's really not about going after Lucy because she's a weak player. It's really about not letting Matt get too involved and get in too much of a rhythm because Matt has such a strong presence. He can take a game over and it can get out of hand quickly.
It's hard to isolate somebody like him.
It is, especially at this level. And, Matt's probably 6'2", 6'3", incredible reach. And he's so confident in his skill set, the way he moves that ball around. So let's see if Adam and Sarah can make an adjustment in game two and come out and push this to a game three here.
Nice deep return.
Oh, that was
nice volley.
Nice two-handed backhand.
That's one thing I never would have thought I would see was the two-handed backhand shot in pickleball.
I agree.
Very common in tennis, but not for pickleball.
But I think the tennis players that have come over and converted into pickleball, I think that they're the ones that really got that two-handed started.
Sure.
We weren't seeing that a whole lot several years back.
Look at this amazing defense.
Wow, what a
it's awesome.
Nice ball.
That's just incredible.
That was a great
Very
ball.
intense.
Even the announcers are going to have to clap at that one.
You got to clap at that one.
Hard, soft.
Win or lose, that's a great point right there.
All right, what's the score?
We'll try to get a score update here.
Is that 3?
There was a
3-0, 3-0?
yeah, Matt doing the element of surprise to Sarah. You never underestimate that, even at the highest level, if you can surprise your opponent.
3-0-2, I think. I don't think okay, Lucy started it out. I don't think she's.
And guys, we apologize that we can't hear the score, but it's just so loud in here. We have headsets on, so we'll get the score here.
Backhand ATP, pretty nice right there.
0-3-1.
What did you say, 0-3 or 0-4?
0-3-1.
0-3.
0-3-1. Yep. Have a rare miss right there from Lucy. I think it's going to be 1-3.
1-3-1.
Let's focus on some of this action. Oh wow, good shot.
Great shot right there by Lucy.
Caught Adam a little off guard there.
Right at the body. It's at 1-3-2.
this is the point in the game where you don't want to lift it up.
Oh, look at that great stuff. Oh, nice shot by Sarah.
Very good shot there by
Great
Sarah.
point.
So let me ask you all a pickleball question. I just noticed it from a tennis perspective. It looks like mostly the men are playing the right court or the left court, having their forehands down the middle. In both cases right there, it looks like there's some stacking
That's
going
right,
on. So
yep.
is that mostly common in high-level mixed doubles pickleball?
Absolutely, yes.
Most of the men play forehand down the middle.
That's correct.
That's correct. Just beautiful. It's like poetry. It's like poetry when the high-level folks play. Yeah, symphonies.
Everybody being very patient right here.
Oh, that's too bad. Good stuff, though.
Great sportsmanship by Sarah right there. She actually called that ball out on herself before Matt even did. So that just shows you what kind of quality player she is. Absolutely.
Matt and Lucy do as well. They're true ambassadors of the sport.
No doubt.
Nice point. Nice reflex.
In fact, while we're getting to the next point, I just think it's amazing that we have these champions in Dallas.
Absolutely.
At the Texas Open.
This is really special. You don't see unless it's a really major tournament, you don't see this level.
Everybody wanted to come to see Jean Ann. That's the
whatever.
thing.
No,
Yeah,
come
the
on,
Texas
don't say
Open.
that.
Sure they did.
No, people wanted to come. We're a spirit. We're all kindred spirits. We're all about the good player experience and the spectator experience as well. So thank you, though.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll include
To
on
see
the
this
good.
level of pickleball, you have to go to the Open, U.S. Open, or Nationals,
All right.
and to have this here in Texas is just amazing.
Yeah, well, that's the branding of this tournament. We want to have an international top quality pickleball venue. Next year will be September 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th are the dates for the 2019 Texas Open.
You already have it. Already have it
Yes, we do.
set. That's
Yeah.
great.
Fantastic.
And this tournament is intended to be an international, high-quality event for all access players.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
So there you have it, firsthand, the dates for next year's Open, so plan on it. You got plenty of time.
There you go.
So what we saw right there from Lucy, what you see at some of the higher levels right now, the game's changed slightly because we've had a lot more tennis players coming in that have strong forehands. Lucy drove that third shot drive, and then she hit a fifth shot drop from halfway up the court. You're going to see that a lot more at the higher levels. The reason being is because their third shot drive is so effective that it's not really about hitting a winner. It's about setting up that fifth shot to be able to hit that drop a lot closer to the net. It makes that shot a lot easier.
Sarah defended that lob. Excellent.
Oh, they're doing some more lobs here,
Beautiful
yeah.
lobs, yeah.
Ooh,
So,
a little bit
Don't see
wide.
a lot-
They're- I
do
tell
you see a
they're
lot of
diverse.
lobbing in the upper levels?
No, you don't.
No,
You
you
know,
don't.
I'm actually pretty fascinated to see that they lobbed 2 times in that point right there.
they're so diverse that Matt and Lucy, just because they're powerful, people call them powerful, but they have everything.
Definitely.
So we have a timeout on the court. What's the score?
We got the score.
I thought we hired them for scorekeeping duties. They're letting us down.
They're letting us down here a little bit. We need to get a score update.
Got a little timeout, a little momentum shift, maybe, possibly. Everybody's waving.
Waving at Pamela down there on the court doing her.
Yeah. So if you're a
Sure thing.
player at any level, we have 2.5 age skill, we have all the way up to 5.0 age skill for advanced players that are not competing in the sponsored tour of pros. And then we have the Open, and the Open is sponsored pros and anybody that chooses to challenge the pros. So
Absolutely.
we have something for everybody at the Texas Open.
So we're at 5-2 in the second game. Lucy and Matt won the first game. And now we're going to be at 2-5. We have a side out. So 2-5-1.
All right, so we're seeing
Yeah, Adam's doing a
3-5.
great job defense.
Definitely.
I mean, you see him anticipate the power and get back, and then he gets back right up there. He's doing a great job.
absolutely. And guys, we see this a lot. The timeouts at the high level, it really helps them hit the reset button. They usually come out of that timeout with a little more focus, renewed spirit, and they usually come out and win that next point. Matter of fact, it's crucial that the team that calls the timeout comes out and wins that next point because it's such a momentum swing for them mentally more than physically. that they win that point. So that was a great timeout used by them.
That was tough break right there. That Matt caught the ball.
So it's 5-3, 5-3-1. Side out there. Over to Matt. I'm going to do a more diligent job of keeping the score.
Thank you. That's great.
Oh, wow. Again, he just surprised him. Wow.
You know, and one thing Matt does really well is he holds that ball on his paddle just slightly longer than most people, and then he can go slow with it or he can speed it up at the last minute, and that's a unique characteristic of Matt Wright. That's why he's able to surprise people like you just said.
Yeah.
Nice shot from
Adam just had a great counter shot back.
Good anticipation on that one.
All right, we're at 6-3-2. Lucy serving. Over to Adam.
Yeah, I'm a little cold right now.
Ooh, that's a rare
Tough
missed
break.
serve there.
Tough break.
You don't see a lot of missed serves or missed returns at this level, but sometimes it happens. You know, they're human. They're going to make mistakes.
Yeah, it's how they recover. You watch. They'll
That's
come back
right.
out with a great shot.
That's how you bounce back from it.
Right. That's right.
You know, one thing the pros do really well, they're mentally strong, they're mentally tough, Jean-Ann, and that's what you just touched on. Pros have the ability they'll mess up, and then they'll come right back and they'll recover off of it. They do not let the last point, just like you just said, so they don't let the last point affect their mental game for the points going forward. And I think that's what separates them from a lot of other players.
I agree.
We're at 3-6. 3-6-2. Sarah serving. Over to Matt. You've noticed they've shifted their sides now. Sarah's got the forehand down the middle.
Yeah.
Sarah rarely misses that shot right there. Again, you know, they're gonna have some mistakes, but you know, she puts that ball away 9 out of 10 times. So that's just such a rare miss there, and she knows it. You can see the look on her face.
She'll
Yeah,
be back. She'll be back.
she won't miss that ball twice.
Play Saturday and play Sunday when you guys are playing for money. In the open.
Oh,
That's great. Great discipline.
Good try.
And real quick, the reason when you're playing a team like Matt and Lucy, you know, Sarah Ansboury, you know, she is a phenomenal top-tier player, but when you have a team that has great defensive hands, you might want to try to put a little extra on it.
Wow. Did you just
Great.
Surprised Matt backed off that ball.
Great stuff, man.
Oh,
Oh, wow. Good
That's a-
stuff. Wow.
oh, great.
Oh, wow.
Look at the defense right there by Sarah. All right, so
Point.
you saw Matt come all the way over there. You know, he
Let's catch the score.
6-3 on the side out.
6-3 on the side
6-3-1.
out.
Yep.
Adam serving.
Lucy's so good on that forehand that's dropping and driving it down the middle.
All right, so we're at 4-6. 4-6-1.
Are they stacking on the even side now?
Yes.
On the even number?
Sarah's moved over to play the forehand.
Good deal.
Out of the timeout, she shifted. And she's playing the middle now as opposed to Adam playing the middle.
So they've seen something that they like that matchup with Sarah being straight across from Lucy and cross court from Matt. And again, for anyone watching, this is the highest level of pickleball. So you're going to see some of those adjustments, those small little adjustments throughout a game that, you know, you might not see at 4-0 or 4-5 or even 5-0 sometimes. But these players, they know when they need to make some adjustments. And I think that's what separates them. Again, it's the mental game. It's the ability of knowing when to make those
Oh,
adjustments.
that was beautiful.
Great shot.
Great stuff.
Right down the middle.
All right, so it's 7-4.
Classic Lucy. That was awesome.
There's a lot of length. It's nice to be tall, isn't it?
Absolutely. Never hurts to be tall. Oh, wow.
Oh, good try. That's a great try.
That was a fun point to watch.
Yeah, great aggression on
Both
Adam
teams are
and
very athletic.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure, they were good. Whatever else they play pretty well too, besides pickleball. I'm sure they've played some other sports growing up, everybody out there.
No question.
Nice flick of the wrist down low from Matt.
He's a
Matt
very
pulls the
reverse.
trigger.
Should be 8-4 and a timeout. So give us the dates again next year, 2019. What are we going to do bigger and better in 2019
we have
to surpass what you've done already, the excellence that you've created. The bar you set, Jean Ann, is going to
Very
be
high.
high. It's going to be. I don't know what you're going to do.
Well, thank you. That was on purpose. We wanted to take great care of all of our players and our spectators as well. We have 300 spectator backpacks given away to the first 300 spectators for the event this year. We have some surprises in store for next year. I'm not prepared to talk about all of them at this time because I kind of want to save that to build some
momentum and suspense.
Right. But let's just suffice it to say that we intend to continue to try to surprise folks.
Okay,
So,
well,
and
you've outdone yourself with this one. I
Absolutely.
can't think of anything better.
It was a team for sure.
Yeah.
It's taken a lot
It
of
takes
us.
it takes the leader to see the vision in order to be able to pull something like this off. So
Well, thank you, sir. I'm just lucky to have good people around me.
Yeah.
That's my secret.
Yep.
And we have a strong commitment to top quality pickleball and a strong commitment to player and spectator experience.
And that's very evident in the tournament. It shows that you guys put a lot of heart and soul into this tournament. There's a reason you guys were able to get the top names in pickleball to come here to Texas. And I know I certainly didn't want to miss this event. So
you'll be back next year too, right?
I'm already signed up.
Okay.
I'm already pre-registered.
You're number one. You were
That's
number
right.
one in the shoot, right?
Yep.
All right, 8-4. We're back off the timeout.
I'm back into it. Wow.
Nice recovery.
That's just incredible hands by all four
Wow.
players right there.
Great work.
That's just unbelievable play by both teams.
Boy, we have quite a crowd surrounding the court here. Everybody's intent on the court number one. This is court number one from Lifetime Plano, Lifetime Fitness in Plano.
Yep. Suburb of Dallas. We appreciate the Lifetime folks for providing us with an excellent venue to come to, just like the Wagon Wheel folks did as well. In
Yes.
the outdoor venue, we've been we've had amazing venues to work with. Eric Clay, it's Wagon Wheel, is an amazing director there, and the city of Coppell rolled out the red carpet to help us. And then Plano has returned the favor. John with Lifetime Fitness and Vicki and
Chris Shannon.
Iceman,
Yep.
we've all worked hard to make it a smooth
Get it going.
transition. So can't thank everybody enough. Okay, here we go. Back to some
Score still
beautiful
8-4.
action.
8-4.
Oh, tough
Yep.
break there. Tough break. Good dinking though. Lucy reversed it on him there and caught him off guard, I think.
So 9-4, a couple of points away. They won the first game, Matt and Lucy.
Don't be surprised if we see this matchup again in the finals, in the gold medal match.
It's beautiful stuff. Oh, so pretty.
It's the first round matchup too, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
This
Nice
is the
shot
winners
by
bracket
Aaron.
finals, absolutely.
Right.
So this could possibly be a
time.
rematch.
Yes.
Yeah, we could see this again.
Sarah
No question.
just had a great setup there, and Adam was able to cash in on that. I like this new dink from Lucy. They're like surgeons, brain surgeons. I mean, they have such laser. It's amazing what they can do with
Very
that
smooth.
football.
All right, so that ball got popped up, and see, you see that's what Matt has the ability to do. Because Matt generates so much power from his forehand,
backed him
they
off.
immediately backed up to the baseline expecting power, and then Matt just dropped that ball right into the kitchen, so soft, so gentle, and that's the ability that he has.
Yeah.
It's the paddle is
Yeah.
what we just heard, so
Yeah,
it's not
engaged.
actually Matt.
Yeah, our official paddle of the Texas Open
That's
is
right.
engaged, so
It is Matt Wright's paddle,
yeah.
though. It's his signature paddle, so
yeah, it is.
if anybody else tries to use it, you might not have that same touch, though, so
It's like Excalibur for King Arthur. Only King Arthur gets to use Excalibur.
That's right. That's right.
That was a beautiful shot Matt just made. He kind of tipped it to the line at the last minute there. That was awesome.
I believe it's 4-9-2 at this
4-9.
point. At this point.
I asked Matt if I played with his paddle, would it make me play like him? And he said, I don't think so. So he gave me a glimmer of hope. He didn't say no 100%, but
I don't think so. So there was a glimmer of just in that. I don't think so.
I said, so there's a chance.
Some doubt.
Yeah.
Knowing Matt Wright, he probably said sure.
Yeah.
He's such a kind guy.
He really is.
I've never seen. One thing that I just want to say, these folks that are out on the court right now, to me, are the kind of champions I want to see in the sport of pickleball. They're gracious and humble. They are very kind and supportive of the entire group, and they're very approachable and helpful. So that's the
doubt.
kind of people you want to see win in this sport.
All right,
All right,
There
there
was
it
it.
is.
Game, set, match.
All right, game, set, match.
To Matt and Lucy.
that was in 2.
That was a two-setter or two-gamer. 2 games, 2 straight, but we have an inkling that this matchup might be later on this afternoon
Yep,
again.
and,
So we
and,
might.
and be prepared, because I'm sure Sarah and Adam will be planning some
Yes.
changes, and they will
Well,
come
they
back
did.
and fight.
They tried to adjust. They made the adjustment from Adam playing forehand to Sarah playing forehand. So maybe they're going to sit there and talk about this thing. How can we do this? And maybe come back better, stronger for the next time around. It's hard to beat people twice.
It is. It's hard to beat people twice. That's in any sport, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I've heard that before.
Yeah, that's been said a few times, huh?
Yeah,